The book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 10. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman, with the axe. Okay, we're talking about Christmas. Now, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee doth it appertain. For as much as among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like unto thee. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz. Okay, that's pretty clear right there. People say, where did all that gold from Solomon's temple come from? And people say it had to come from Tarshish and like the Straits of Gibraltar. But right here, there's some place called Uphaz. We've got to look that up. The work of the workmen in the hands of the founder, blue and purple is their clothing. They are all the work of cunning men. See, these are the priest colors, right? And men of importance, who they think they're important, were in blue and purple. But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God and an everlasting King. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignation. Thus shall ye say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth, and from under these heavens. He hath made the earth by his power, he hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heavens by his direction, by his discretion. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity, and the work of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Gather up thy wares out of the land, O inhabitants of the fortress. For thus saith the Lord, behold, I will sling out the inhabitants of the land at this once, and will distress them, that they may find it so. Woe is me for my hurt, my wound is grievous. But I said, truly this is a grief, and I must bear it. My tabernacle is spoiled, and all my cords are broken. My children are gone forth of me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tent any more, and to set up my curtains. Oh, that's kind of what I suspected. Yeah. There's no one to do the things. For the temple, the Ark of the Covenant, and they said earlier, a couple chapters, that they were just doing weird things in there. They were bringing people, trying to find it. Their burnt offerings are not acceptable, nor your sacrifices sweet unto me. That's in chapter 6. And then, remember that story? I feel like they're lawyer types. It was Sanballat and Tobias. It may have been around this time. Remember what they did? They just straight up set up house in there, in the temple. So it's probably maybe around that time. And trying to find out where I was. I don't know, and I can't even find. Okay. For the pastors are become brutish and have not sought the Lord, therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. Behold, the noise of the bruit is come, and a great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Judah desolate, and a den of dragons. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. O Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. Pour out thy fury upon the heathen that name thee, that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name, for they have eaten up Jacob, and devoured him, and consumed him, and have made his habitation desolate. Chapter 11. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Hear ye the words of this covenant. And speak unto the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Here's another covenant. And say thou unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Cursed be the man that obeyeth not the words of this covenant, which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, from the iron furnace, saying, Obey my voice, and do them according to all which I commanded you. So shall ye be my people, and I will be your God, that I may perform the oath which I have sworn unto your fathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, as it is this day. Then answered I, and said, So be it, O Lord. Then the Lord said unto me, Proclaim all these words in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, Hear ye the words of this covenant, and do them. For I earnestly protested unto your fathers in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, even unto this day, rising early and protesting, saying, Obey my voice. Yet they obeyed not, nor inclined their ear, but walked every one in the imagination of their evil heart. Therefore I will bring upon them all the words of this covenant, which I commanded them to do, but they did them not. And the Lord said unto me, A conspiracy is found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words. And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers. Therefore thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense. But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. For according to the number of thy cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of streets of Jerusalem have ye set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. What hath my beloved to do in mine house, seeing she hath wrought lewdness with many, and the holy flesh is passed from thee? When thou doest evil, then thou rejoicest. The Lord called thy name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit. With the noise of a great tumult he hath kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee hath pronounced evil against thee, for the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves to provoke me in anger, in offering incense unto Baal. Okay. I'm going to talk about this probably a little more because I'm listening to this study about what censor and Catholic, what is the purpose of using this, swinging it back and forth on a chain and putting incense in it, right? And I just want to say really quick, I'm interested in this because it does seem to be some kind of Babylonian thing. And look, what are we talking about? They're offering incense into Baal, right? And I'm only at the part of where they're saying, look, the Lord wants, he's making, he's saying bad things, right? But I'm watching what he's saying. And he's saying that, oh, so the Lord just wants innocent animals to burn, and that's sweet to his nose, right? And there is some incense. It's like a racket, right? It's called, oh, I'll write it in the description. But it's like, it's not papal incense, like papal incense, like the Pope. It's called some name. And you have to buy it, right? Like, where do these people get it? There's like a company that makes it. It's called like Popes. I don't remember the word, but where do they get this? Where they're doing this in all the Catholic masses all the time. They get it from one company. I'm going to study it a little more, but the guy is like going, oh, the innocent animals, and well, I don't think that's exactly what Leviticus and Deuteronomy said. I think that what is happening is, yeah, they're burned, they're offered to the Lord, and what happens? The priests get the meat. That's how they eat. And the fat is what they're not supposed to eat, and the Lord likes the smell of the fat. That's what I was thinking. But these things that they're burning in the Catholic Church are not fat. It's like incense sticks of some kind. I'm going to find out what it is. Because you understand, they're probably still doing exactly this last sentence I read. You understand? So, for the Lord of hosts that planted thee hath pronounced evil against thee for the evil of the house of Israel and the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves to provoke me to anger in offering incense unto Baal. Okay? Because either way, right? I don't know. I'm just saying it's something to think about. I'm going to study the censor. Because that's what they call the tool that they put the incense in. But I have an idea this is the same type of incense that they were doing at exactly this time. So I'm going to investigate that. And the Lord hath given me knowledge of it, and I know it. Then thou shewest me their doings. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew not. They had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be no more remembered. Wow. That's demonic. That's satanic. That's like feathered serpent. Look, they are acting, no, this is before feathered serpent, before they got all involved with that, before they got sent to Egypt. But they're acting so bad that he's sending them to this place where they're worse. I think that's what's going on. And they're just so bad over there. Probably like feathered serpent people. When you look at King Tut's chair of his tomb, the armrest is a serpent with feathers. So this is a whole new level of stuff. It's not just slavery. He's like, maybe these people are going to be shocked at the way that they act. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, how can they do that? So it's not just like putting these people into slavery. It's like you're going to have to take a look at your thinking. I think that's a big part of it. But it's not something of until this day that this is what is being done in the Catholic Church, is that incense is to Baal, because it's not a Catholic thing. Are they trying to, okay, I don't want to talk about it. I already know. That his name may be no more remembered, but O Lord of hosts, that judges righteously, that triest the reins in the heart. See that? Let me see thy vengeance on them. For unto thee have I revealed my cause. Therefore saith the Lord of the men of Anathoth. Right? That's right now, right where they're fighting. Right in the middle of it. That seek thy life, saying, prophesy not in the name of the Lord, that thou die not by our hand. He's telling them, don't even go there. They are so wicked. They are so bad in Anathoth. Don't even bother. He told them to go to Judah. But here, thus saith the Lord of the men of Anathoth that seek thy life, saying, prophesy not in the name of the Lord, that thou die not by our hand. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword, their sons and daughters shall die by famine, and there shall be no remnant of them. For I will bring evil upon the men of Anathoth, even the year of their visitation.